Gracie Abrams.
Gracie Abrams!
Gracie Abrams!
Seeing your favorite artists is one of the best experiences that money can buy. But in my opinion, finding an artist before they blow up is one of the coolest experiences that anyone can have in music. And in this video, we're gonna see exactly how an artist's show changes as their Spotify numbers begin to grow. Will their concerts get better the bigger that they get? Or will the big venue ruin the intimate vibe that you would get at a small concert? So today we're going to investigate. I'm gonna take you to 3 concerts, spanning across 3 different years, starting with concert number 1. The year was 2022, and Gracie Abrams had 4.5 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Now sometimes when I listen to an album for the first time, if I really love the music, I will rush to the artist's website to see if they're coming to my city to play a concert. And that's exactly what I did in 2022 when I first heard Gracie's music. It has like a coming-of-age movie feel to it. Now the only shows that she was playing were on the other side of the world, which meant that I probably wasn't going to be seeing Gracie in a small venue while she was still a small artist. But then I got a message from a very cute girl. Oh shit, wrong girl. No, this is the girl who messaged me. Her name's Erin. And the message said, hey, I don't know if you're interested, but I'm going to a Gracie Abrams concert in Scotland, and I have no one to go with. Is there any chance you'd want to go with me? And I was like, flying to the other side of the world to meet up with a stranger, to go to a concert, is not a good idea. For many reasons. But I'd say the main one is, you could get kidnapped. Yeah, that's like a pretty big one, I think. Now, no sane person is going to fly to the other side of the world just to see an artist live. But the problem is, I am not a sane person. There is something ridiculously sick in my mind when it comes to concerts and spending money on concerts. I mean, I will justify just about anything. You know, it's girl math. Girl math. The women have really cracked down on, spending. It's an art. It's really an art. Now let's think about this logically, okay? On one hand, I could get kidnapped, but on the other hand, I could see Gracie Abrams in a church basement. Getting kidnapped, church basement, getting kidnapped. I booked my plane ticket and I headed for Europe. I met up with Erin and I got to see the beautiful country that is Scotland. Beautiful green fields, castles, pointy buildings. But we can't forget about the bagpipes. God, they are so loud, man. But there were still a few hours to kill before the concert, so Erin and I decided to go bowling. And we were so good at bowling that everyone around us was coming up to us and asking us for tips.
Strike for Arsenal. Let's go.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're...
But then we played mini putt, and Erin was surprisingly good at mini putt. Shut the fuck up. I was so bad that it was actually kind of sad.
Nice one. Hit it hard, it says.
But after mini putt, it was finally time to see Gracie Abrams in a church basement. So we entered the dodgy basement of this beautiful church, and the lights faded to black, and Gracie took the stage.
Sometimes I go blurry-eyed, start to ignore all of my problems, gonna regret being too honest.
Now we were so close to Gracie, and I got so many amazing videos of Gracie throughout this concert.
I don't wanna know we've been there before. Everywhere I go leads me back to you.
And Erin got so many amazing videos of the back of this girl's head.
I'm all out of luck. I would do whatever you wanted. We don't have to leave the apartment. Met you at the right time. This is what it feels like.
But concert number 1 was amazing. The experience of me flying to the other side of the world to go to a concert with a complete stranger and see Gracie Abrams in that small of a venue was now over, and it was officially time for me to prepare for concert number 2. And concert number 2 was in the year 2023, and Gracie Abrams had 8.2 million monthly listeners on Spotify. A little while after I got home from Scotland, Gracie Abrams announced her new album, Good Riddance. And this album would take Gracie Abrams to a whole other level of fame. I mean, her monthly listeners doubled, which meant it was going to be so much harder to get tickets for concert number 2. I mean, this was going to be a war. And when tickets eventually went on sale, I didn't get tickets. I didn't win the war of tickets with all the other new Gracie Abrams fans, and I was left ticketless. Which meant Gracie Abrams was going to be coming to my city, and I didn't have any tickets. And Erin texted me and she said, "Hey, I saw Gracie's performing in Toronto. What if we both go to the concert and I fly to you this time?" And I was excited because I was like, yes, I have someone to go to this concert with, but also, this meant I was going to be paying a resale. Now, I ended up paying $166 for the 2 tickets, which came out to $83 a ticket. And while that might not seem like a lot of money for a concert these days, compared to the $13.50 that I spent the year prior to see Gracie, I'd say that's a pretty large jump. Now, Erin flew in for the concert, and I really was trying to find some cute footage of me picking her up at the airport, but the only footage that I could find was her taking a COVID test before the concert.
When you're not really fun, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So Erin and I headed to the concert, and right away we noticed that the venue was a lot bigger than the last venue that we saw Gracie at. Now, the concert was over, and Erin and I were so happy because the show was fantastic. I mean, Gracie was amazing, the crowd was amazing, and overall, just the vibe of the show was great. But we couldn't help but get hit with that post-concert depression. But I feel like the post-concert depression hit so much harder this time around. While the show was amazing, it very much felt like Erin and I were just 2 people in a room of many. It no longer felt like a bunch of friends hanging out and listening to their friend perform their favorite songs. It felt like a concert. And I think the realization that we would never get that version of Gracie ever again really started to hit us. Because while I love to see my favorite artists grow, I can't ignore the fact that so much comes with the actual growth that they end up having. You go from being one of few to one of many. They're no longer your little secret. And in that time, she got nominated for Best New Artist at the Grammys. She was a part of the biggest tour in music history. She had officially made it. The days of seeing them in a basement or getting noticed by them on social media suddenly are over. But that also meant that the only way to see her was to pay $2,600 to see her at the Eras Tour. So I was once again left thinking that my journey of seeing Gracie Abrams had ended. Until I got a message from my friends over at Universal Music. They said, "Come to our offices on May 21st. We have a surprise." And I was like, what the hell is going on? But I made my way to Universal, and as I walked in, I saw this sign. Concert number 3 was in 2024, and Gracie Abrams had 13 million monthly listeners. I was going to be seeing Gracie Abrams one last time. And I was immediately filled with this sense of closure, because I knew I was going to get my opportunity to see that small artist one more time. This was my last opportunity. It was my opportunity to say goodbye, but to this whole period of my life, where she was this little secret that I had, this little companion for all of these things that I went through in life. And I stood there front row as Gracie Abrams took the stage.
I just have missed you all. It's been a long time. Over a year. March 29th?
She played new songs.
I'm not proud, guess I'm just scared of you shooting it down. You can just talk and stare in your mouth. Could be bad, but I wanna find out. But I'm actually invested. Haven't even
played unreleased songs.
As soon as we're together, I'm like, I want to tell you everything. Audrey and I just wrote this song.
Don't read your mind. Think about your dumb face all the time. Living in your glass house, I'm outside.
You're an idiot. Whatever. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna play some other songs for you on the piano now.
I mean, I got to hear Close to You performed for the very first time.
I've not performed this song before.
To be close to you. Pull the trigger on a gun I gave you when we met. I wanna be close to you.
And then she ended off the show with a very familiar song.
I don't wanna go, think I'll make it worse. Everything I know brings me back to us. I don't wanna go, we've been here before. And everywhere I go leads me back to you. I don't wanna go, think I'll make it worse. Everything I know brings me back to you.
I am so incredibly lucky that I got the opportunity to say goodbye to this artist that I have had the amazing privilege of watching rise to fame. An artist who I really feel like I've been alongside throughout their journey of making music. And the best part of all of it was I really feel like I got to bring all of you along with me. I'm just happy that I got to document the day for all of the people who went through the same experience as me. All of the people who were Gracie Abrams fans who didn't get the opportunity to fly to the other side of the world. All of the Gracie Abrams fans who didn't spend $166 to get resale tickets in Toronto. And whether you're a Gracie Abrams fan that's been there since day one, or you just found out about her on the Eras tour, I'm just happy that I could take you along for each of these shows and show you what it was like, what the last 3 years of supporting this amazing artist has been like. Why'd I say it like she died? She's announcing a new tour soon, and you bet your ass there's going to be a part 2. I am going to be there. I will be there.